Being productive is about being able to think deeply, feel deeply, and do deeply.
Awesome, awesome. What has changed in the area of productivity? What was the definition of productivity back in the days, 5 years ago, and now, in your perspective?
Because most of the times, we don't suffer in reality. We only suffer in our mind. Time management without focus management is bullshit. Because when we make other people more productive, they can do the work for us.
Keren, awesome. You are embarking from a local hustler to a global clarity person.
The thing with Indonesians is that we are very educated and drilled to create with quantity. Post a lot, post a lot, post a lot. You know what I mean? I think that's a question that needs to go to you. Because you are the Suhu here, right?
Welcome to Big Thinkers, where we talk to people who actually think before they post. Today we have Rama, a.k.a. Productivity Boy, with us. And we're going to talk about international markets. We're going to talk about the death of digital products. And we're going to talk about what's going on in the productivity world. Welcome. So, bro, are you still chilling or are you busy being productive?
Good intro question, though. First of all, thanks for the intro, Sunil. It's always nice to hang out with you here, right? Am I still chilling or I'm busy being productive? I think the latter one describes me best lately. As I mentioned before we start the episode, right? Life's been good. Life's been really good. I feel like I'm in a high frequency state. It's like I can tap in flow every single day, every single moment. When we talk about marketing, maybe, or sales, or maybe just building businesses in general, there's a concept called eternal market, which is basically health, wealth, and relationship, right?
Yeah.
So those three markets will never die.
Yeah.
And I feel like health-wise, relationship-wise, and wealth or business-wise, I'm kind of killing it right now. So I'm in a very good mood. So very happy to be here.
It's all being sync.
It's all being sync. Yeah.
Nice. Bro, since you just shared that you're living your life right now,
Right.
in that state, maybe you can share little tips for anyone who can reach that state.
Right. I think it's all about having a good internal and external environment, in my opinion. Good internal environment means about how we feel, right? And how we think. Have you ever heard something called, this person is a deep thinker? Although we're big thinkers here, but there's someone who's a deep thinker.
Yeah.
But most people stop there.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a deep thinker. But what about someone who feels deeply too?
Feels deeply.
Yeah. And what about someone who do deeply too?
Yeah.
So I think being productive is about being able to think deeply, feel deeply, and do deeply.
Awesome.
It's about being able to do those three things with each other, not only one, but all those three things. And how do I achieve that? It's basically maintaining our internal state, right?
Yeah.
And it's not only our state of mind, but our state of heart too.
Yeah.
As cliche as it sounds, most people, this has become a buzzword, because it's been overly used or maybe overly abused, but I really do like morning routines, to be honest. Yeah. And I spend at least one hour every single morning doing my morning routine. So it helped me a lot.
I was just about to ask you, what is your daily routine?
Right. To set up my morning, because no matter how people say that, hey, you don't need morning routine, you just need to work. You just need to get to work the first thing in the morning, and that's what it takes. That's kind of true, but there's a difference between working hard and working smart. It's about tapping into brainwaves. Because in the morning, I'm pretty sure you know a lot about brainwaves as well. So at sleep, we're at delta.
Yeah.
At awake, we're at beta.
Yeah.
But when we're in between, after we just woke up from sleep, we're in theta basically, and into alpha. And those states are our subconscious states.
Yes.
So imagine if we prime that state even further with several routines that's going to elevate our state even further, we're going to be able to work like superhuman. That's what I would say.
I couldn't agree more with that.
That's That's basically what I do. Do you want to add something on it?
Basically, I just believe that basically a person reaches to a particular sync
Right.
or a flow state. It's actually through their little habits, their little choices
Right.
that they keep consistent.
Right.
The problem is we are living in the world full of distractions, and keeping us contained with that discipline. Where did that discipline came from?
Right.
That realization came from.
Right.
In your case.
Right. I really have this experience where I really do believe that we tend to care about others more than we care for ourselves. Even this concept is popularized by Jordan B. Peterson in his first book, and not his first book, but one of his books that was really popular, which is 12 Rules for Life. Basically, what he mentioned is that for example, someone is sick. We take care of them. We give them their pills, at the exact time. And before they take their pills, they need to eat first. They need to drink first. We take care of them to the dot. Like, we really take care of them like how it's supposed to be prescribed.
Yeah.
But more often than not, we often take less care of ourselves.
Yep.
When we work too hard, we forget to eat. And people say in Indonesian, gak apa-apa lah, ntar aja makannya. Just don't eat, it's okay, I'ma just eat later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we always tend to take care of others more compared to taking care of ourselves. Like,
we take others seriously. We take others seriously. We take ourselves for granted.
Right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if we want to take care of others, we need to be able to perform at our prime state. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
So it's about having someone to provide, not only our significant other, but also our team, because I basically built a company. I have my team, and my team relies on me a lot. I would say, like any other entrepreneurs. I'm 26. My team, some people are older than me, and most of them have their kids already. You know what I mean? So I don't only take care of them, but I also take care of their family. So
You're concerned
yes,
about them. Yeah.
Yes. So I need to make sure that everything goes well.
Yeah.
And it comes to the point where I say that, hey, I have people to take care of. And in order for me to be able to fulfill their needs, their wants, which I feel like is my responsibility, plus I don't only see it as a responsibility, but I see it as a way on how I can give back and do good things to others, right?
Amazing.
So with that in mind, I feel like, hey, this discipline comes from responsibility and comes from suffering. Because here's the thing, suffering will happen. It's either now or later.
Yeah.
It's either now or later. If you don't do things that's going to make our lives better, we're going to suffer now.
Yeah.
But things are going to change, which means if we don't keep on improving, we're going to suffer later.
Wow.
So it's about prolonging suffering.
Yeah.
It's about prolonging so that we don't have to face it before it comes, because it's like we're racing against suffering.
Yeah.
Do you come first or do I come first? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's about it.
They say choose your suffers.
Right.
Yeah. You want to choose it now or later?
Yeah.
Don't push it. You have built this zone
Right.
of productivity boy around this clean, sleek, sharp, zen-like. But I have this slight doubt. Are you that type, or you came from the chaotic zone?
Right. So how did that branding came about? I would say.
Yeah.
I would say I'm always a mixture of a lot of things. I like hip hop, to be honest. Hip hop is my favorite genre of music.
Okay.
So that's why I wear some baggy pants, and there's like socks that are literally we pull it like a lot and stuff like that. I really like hip hop because I need to give credit to hip hop because it took me to where I am today. Without hip hop, without the music that I listen to, without the artists that I grew up with, I think I wouldn't be able to dream this big. But on the other side, back again, I'm a really deep thinker. Hopefully also a deep feeler and a deep doer. But particularly, I'm a deep thinker. I read a lot of books. I meditate a lot. I journal a lot. So that's basically my morning routine.
Yeah.
I wake up, I meditate, I cold shower, I pray, I journal, and I read a book.
Okay.
So I spend a lot of time thinking with myself, and I befriended solitude to the best of my capability. So I'm really okay with being alone and being lonely. You know what I mean? It's like people get scared when they eat at a restaurant alone.
Yeah.
Right. You can put me in a very crowded restaurant where everybody is with their partners, with their family, and if I sit there alone, I'll be okay,
Yeah.
So I've befriended solitude up to that level. Like I'm really comfortable being alone. So there's always like this combination of like this rebel and this good person. If Vision from Mind Valley says it, it's like the Buddha and the badass, right?
Yeah.
So I'm always in the middle.
Yeah.
So I think it's a mixture of both.
Yeah.
I really like to have like this clean feel and look, but hey, I'm also a misfit in a certain type of way. So that's how I always blend things in my brand, I'd say.
Amazing. Why the name productivity?
Right. Back again. It's about the name came about because of hip hop, to be honest. So it's
Wait, since you keep mentioning hip hop
Right.
and artists,
right.
can you share me 2 or 3 artists that really impacted your
Right.
your life?
Right. I'm gonna share one. This is gonna blow everyone's mind because I'm 99% sure if people hear this name, they don't know it.
Okay.
Because it's a very underground artist,
Okay.
especially in Indonesia where we're at right now. So I'm gonna answer the why the name first, and then I'm gonna answer that question. Why productivity boy? Basically, it's simple. It's a combination of 2 things, right? Productivity and boy. And the boy is actually quite specific because it's not BOY, it's BOI.
Yeah.
Productivity comes from the niche that I chose, which is productivity. Simple. I wanted to have a good SEO basically. Okay, productivity. When you search for productivity, you remember productivity boy.
Yeah.
Back then, the goal was to be the number 1 productivity creator in Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
Which maybe by numbers we kind of achieved that as of now, like from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's productivity, and the boy came from. So there's, by the way, hip hop. I love K-hip hop the most. So Korean hip hop.
Okay.
People like K-pop, right? I like K-hip hop like a lot.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I love like Western hip hop. I listen to a lot, even French hip hop, Chinese hip hop, Indo hip hop. Indo hip hop is like getting really cool with the hip dot, hip hop dangdut, those type of things.
Yeah.
But I really like Korean hip hop because of a show. It's called Show Me the Money. It's basically like Indonesian Idols, but for hip hop, but for rappers in Korea, right?
Okay.
So there's this rapper called Lil Boy.
Okay.
And he's the winner of the show, like in a certain season. And I just like the slang, like boy. The reason being is because when I was in my high school years, we have this slang with my friends. We call each other boy.
Okay.
Hey boy, kita.
Yeah.
But then if I use boy, it's like very, like I wouldn't say cringe, but it's just like be gitu,
Yeah.
It's just it's just normal. There's nothing special with that. So I, like every good marketers do, right? They plesetin,
Yeah.
They twist words so that it sounds familiar, but it's actually different.
Yeah.
So I switched the Y, letter Y with letter I, because little boy, the boy is spelled with I, not with Y. So productivity boy. So it basically came from that.
Okay.
And the other question, which was, what's my favorite hip hop artist? It's called Homies, basically.
Homies.
It's from Korea.
It's from Korea.
So if you search on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, or something, you might find a difficulty on searching for that name because it's a very common name, right? Used by people in the US and the rest of the world. But basically, it's Korean Migos. You know what I mean? It's like Migos. There's like 3 people.
Yeah.
This group, it's 3 people too. So it's a rap group basically.
Yeah.
They're born in the 2000, 1 year younger than me. Their first hit song was basically about living in food stamps, like getting really poor, like they couldn't pay rent, they couldn't make it big in the city and stuff like that. So it's about real rags to riches story.
Wow.
It's real rags to riches story. So their first album, it blew off because maybe a lot of people could relate to the suffering. Hey, I'm
The
suffering,
pain,
the pain and stuff
journey,
like that, right? So the first album was called Hood Kids, so kids from the hoods. And on the second album, it's called Generation.
Okay.
So from Hood Kids 3, literally, if you take a look at their music videos in their first ever album, it's like very, I would say like, they look like they just came from the slump, It's like, they look like homeless, some homeless people, literally.
Yeah.
But when you take a look at their progression on their second album, there's 3 people. Each of them bought a supercar. Not a hypercar.
Okay.
One bought a Ferrari, one bought a McLaren, and one bought an Audi.
Yeah.
Rags to riches.
Wow.
And the whole album was about money.
Yeah.
So the first album was all about suffering. The second album was all about money.
Okay.
The things that they've made. So I was like, Yo, these people are like younger than me by a year, but they
made it.
they made it. But I somehow really resonate with their stories in their songs, and I kind of vibe with their songs too. I mean,
Their
like
lyrics, yeah.
their lyrics are cool, their beats are cool. So I just like that Rex Story story. I would say.
Nice. Bro, looking at the time we are in today.
Right.
If we move back 5 years ago, or maybe 10 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, maybe it'll be more viable for you. And now, what has changed in the area of productivity? What was the definition of productivity back in the days, 5 years ago, and now, in your perspective?
Right. I think if I boil it down, there's a lot of books that has been published over the last 5 to 10 years. There's a lot of major concepts that has changed people's perception about productivity as well. But if I were to boil it down to one specific distinction, I think people work smarter lately. Because over the last decade, I think it's about putting more effort, putting more work, how to be able to work 12 hours straight. You know what I mean? It's like those type of thing.
Yeah.
But now people are more smart. They know the concept of deep work.
Yeah.
So that, hey, you only can work 4 hours a day to your maximum capability. It's like a so we call this law of diminishing productivity. Like we in economics we have like law of diminishing return. It's the same in productivity. Your productivity will max out at 4 hours, like from 0 to 4 hours. After 4 hours, if you put in the hours working, it's still gonna decline. Your cognitive ability wouldn't be able to catch up.
Okay.
So there's that. And people are now familiar with the concepts like essentialism, minimalism, like doing the things that are just most important to you and most essential to you. Like when we reflect it, like way back, there's like Pareto principle, things like that. And there's something new called slow productivity, things like that. So you do things that are aligned with what you want, not what others want, not what people see and deem as good, but what's your definition of good? What's your definition of success? You do your work and you frame your life based on that. So I think how I applied that to my current life right now is most people, they build their life around their business. For example, you have a business in Indo, so you move. For example, you live like in Singapore, but you have a business in Indonesia. So you move to Indonesia to work on your business. But I think what's more suitable for me is that I want to build my business around my life, not the other way around. So that my business can suit to my life, not the other way around. So I think that's the clear distinction about then and now.
Okay. They say that back in the days, when you see somebody doing a lot, you call them productive.
Hustle culture, basically.
But today, I believe productivity is about doing less, but only things that matters to you. The rest is just another dopamine bullshit.
Right.
Bro, so coming back to options. If I gave you two options, discipline with no joy or chaos with flow, which one feels more like you these days?
It's an easy answer, to be honest. It's going to be chaos with flow.
Yes.
Reason being is that we can't tap into flow state without chaos. And without flow, there's no chaos too. So we need to have both. Because if there is no distraction, there's no focus. If there's no focus, there is no distraction. So
it's the yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang. So we need to have both. And I think that's how we progress as a human being as well. From how I see it, I think it's about suffering, right? So we progress towards a better version of ourselves if we're able to accept things as it is. We can't change chaos. We can't change suffering. We face it every single day. I really have this, one of my favorite quote or saying or lesson, it goes like this. Have you ever heard about the story of the second arrow?
No, I've never.
Second arrow, So basically, the story goes like this. We believe that in life, right, there's two arrows. The first arrow is life. And we are always hit by that arrow. Because we cannot predict what life will give to us. oh, it's going to give us drama, it's going to give us suffering, it's going to give us sadness, anger,
Happiness as well.
happiness, depression, good feelings, pleasure, everything else in between.
Yeah.
It's the first arrow. We cannot avoid it. Sometimes
Yeah.
it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Yeah.
But the biggest type of suffering, it actually doesn't come from the first arrow. It comes with the second arrow. Why? Because we are stuck with the first arrow.
Yeah.
We can choose to leave it there, or
Yeah.
we can choose to have a second arrow and push it even further.
Yeah.
And that second arrow is basically our reaction.
Okay.
It's how we react to that first arrow.
Yeah.
If we react with it, with mindfulness, with
Yeah.
grace,
Yeah.
with high frequency, it's going to be okay.
Yeah. So we change reaction into response.
Right.
Okay.
But if we react it with bad thoughts, negative
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
and like improper responses,
Yeah.
we're gonna suffer even more. Because the thing is, the second arrow, there's no second arrow. It's created here.
Yes.
So the first arrow is already here.
Yeah.
It's either we pull it out or we push it even further.
Or we leave it.
Yeah, or we leave it, or just we leave it.
Yeah.
There's no second arrow. The second
Yes.
arrow is here.
Yes. What's the greatest advice you have ever heard that still echoes in your head, even when you are about to reach a burnout or overthinking stage?
I have a lot of favorite quotes and a lot of favorite advices. I've shared some with you previously, but I'm gonna switch to a different one right now because we're speaking about productivity at the moment. This comes from my dad. He's quite a deep thinker as well. This comes from my dad. It was, I think, 7 years ago, Sunil. 7 years ago. He told me this when I was still back in college. It goes, I'm going to share it to you in Indonesian first, and I'm going to translate to you in English. So basically, at the time, I was stressed. I was burnt out. And I told my dad, hey, I'm so tired with work, so much assignments, so much things to do. Like, I feel burnt out. He told me this in Indonesian. Rama, kalau misalnya banyak kerjaan, dikerjain. Jangan dipikirin. Kalau misalnya banyak kerjaan, dikerjain, jangan dipikirin. Because most of the times, we don't suffer in reality. We only suffer in our mind.
Yes.
We have a lot of tasks. Do not think about the task, just do the task. That's basically what he told me.
Yeah. We have a lot of work, just do the work. Don't think about the work.
Just do the work.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, this is human nature. We are lazy. Even our cells are lazy.
Yeah.
Even, I can say that because I study biomedicine. Literally, our cells are lazy.
Yeah.
It will try its best to conserve as much energy as possible.
Yeah.
Especially our brain. Our
Yeah.
brain takes up a lot of energy.
Yeah.
We have a hard work. We have a work in front of us.
Yeah.
The thing is, if we do the work, it'll only take us like 5 minutes to complete. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But our brain, since we procrastinate not because it's a productivity problem, but it's because it's an emotional management problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because our brain wants to protect us. They see these things as hard.
Yeah.
And when they see these things as hard, they want us to not do it.
Yeah.
So that we wouldn't put out as much energy.
Yeah.
So that's why we procrastinate. But the thing is, we just need 5 minutes to complete this task.
Yeah.
When we procrastinate, we delay it for 50 minutes.
Yes.
Where we could just actually finish this for just
And
5
when you
minutes.
overthink, you delay it even further.
Even further. And
Yeah.
we take much more energy than
Yeah.
just doing the actual thing.
Yeah. If productivity was a religion, bro,
Oh,
what's the one commandment you would break proudly?
good question, actually. I would say trying to make ourselves more productive. Because the real answer lies in how to make other people more productive. Because when we make other people more productive, they can do the work for us.
Keren. Awesome. Bro, on personal branding, I have this thing in my mind. Personal branding isn't about showing who you are. It's about proving you are not replaceable. Everyone can post any content they want, but only few resonates. Now, you are embarking from a local hustler to a global clarity person.
Oh, okay. Nice one.
What I'm curious about is, at what point did you realize that Indonesian audience wasn't enough?
Right. Let me clarify that to begin with, because
Was it the ceiling?
because-
Wait. Before you clarify, was it the ceiling of the market or the craving of deeper conversation?
Right. That's a good clarification from your end. But from my end, I think it's not enough. It's just that I feel like I can resonate better with people, not only from Indonesia, with Indonesians too, but not only from Indonesia.
Yeah.
Because most of my reference are from people out there, like from America, Australia,
the Western world.
The Western world, basically. I take most of my learnings from them. So
from the first world countries.
Right. Not the third world countries, right?
I didn't say that.
Because basically I made a video on YouTube back then with my team.
Yeah.
We make 50K per month back then. We make 50K per month in a third world country. This is our story.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And it was quite fun. So maybe if you guys want to watch it, you can watch it. So it simply is a case of resonance, I would say. I can resonate better with people, not only from Indonesia, but from people out there.
Yeah.
And Indonesia, I think how people approach things are a bit different. Because the discrepancy between the people up and the people down is too high.
Yeah.
Right. So people always say top 1%, 1%. And the rest is the 99%. But I don't believe, by all means, I'm not a macroeconomist or something like that, but this is how I see things. This is purely my opinion, so this doesn't need to be the truth. Right?
Your personal point of view.
My personal point of view, my personal truth, right? So there's a top 1%.
Yeah.
But the rest of the 99%, it's not this. It's this.
Okay.
So it's this and this. The middle, it's void, basically. So it's either you market towards the top or to the bottom. The thing with Indonesians is that we are very educated and drilled to create with quantity.
Okay.
Post a lot. You know what I mean? Okay. If you post more, you will get more views. If you post more, you will get more data. That's true. You will get more data, but depends what you will do with the data.
Yeah.
Most people only understand up until that point.
Yeah.
And I just got tired basically of playing that game because previously that's how I built my business. I sold a low ticket course which costs around 298 rupiah. So it's probably just around $15.
Yeah.
Itu aja udah mahal.
Yeah.
That itself is already expensive.
That is already costly in Indonesia.
Yeah, that itself is already expensive for people here.
Yeah.
I was like, how are we gonna survive then, right? So I was so tired because I was posting 2 videos a day, 2 reels a day.
Yeah.
Because our business is heavily reliant on those views.
Yeah.
So what I ended up doing was that I focused too much on the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I'm chasing the bottom market so much, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the people are here.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when we talk to these people, we need to talk like them. We need to think like them. We need to dress like them. And we need to address things that they want.
Yeah.
Where this and this is a huge difference.
Yes.
And I kind of don't like playing here because I don't want to be here.
Yeah, because the 99% or the bottom of the pyramids are mostly consumers. Right. They are not producers.
Right. And this is my life philosophy. This is how I approach all things in life. Health, wealth, relationship. I go deep, not wide.
Yeah.
So I feel like I find joy more in building deeper relationships, not in scaling through quantity.
Yeah.
I'd rather serve 10 clients rather than selling 10,000 courses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I prefer to operate. And with that sense, I realize, hey, it's time to move forward.
So it's quality over quantity.
It's quality over quantity. So the difference between people out there and people here, I would say, is the quality.
Value versus variety.
Value versus variety. Because they can afford for quality. Here, if you want to give quality, they demand quality, but they give not par with what they want, right?
Yeah.
And especially here, the culture is that people who pay less, they want more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people who pay more, they want less.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the discrepancy that I felt, and I feel like let's not stick to here only because if yes, it's gonna get crazy for me. Yeah.
Okay. I can feel that you are quite overwhelmed with what you have been doing.
Very much.
But I'm sure you also learned a lot in that experience, in that journey. But I'm curious to know so that maybe the audience out there can understand. See, I noticed one thing. The barrier to entry in the agency business is the lowest.
Right.
So I see any Tom, Dick, and Harry, as soon as they finish their university, they will jump into agencies.
Right.
They will come up with the service industry.
Right.
either web design, either apps, either social media activation, viral content creation.
Although they can't even make viral content.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some companies, they do have the abilities to.
Right.
But here's the thing. In your recent journey, in your recent experience, where do you see businesses in the service industry, especially in the creative industry, agencies, are they really scalable businesses? Or are they just another illusion?
Right. In my opinion, I think that's a question that needs to go to you. Because you are the Suhu here, right? But in my case, Sunil, so let me share a bit about my story. So I just closed on Value Creator Agency a while back. So we have this company called Value Creator, and a part of it is an agency. We just closed the agency. We don't close the company down. We just closed the specific agency, right?
The division.
The division of the company. We closed that down. 1 month before we closed that division down, we hit all-time high with that specific division.
Yeah.
And we still decided to close that down.
Yeah.
The reason is basically classic. We just don't see any scalability and sustainability, and I don't see myself leading that type of company.
Or business model.
Basically. Reason being is that I feel like I like teaching more than managing people.
Okay.
Because in agency, you need to train and manage a lot of resources, right? Like human resources, tech, and stuff like that. I'm more of a driver, not a manager.
Okay.
So I don't really like that part of the business because I need to take care of that. I need to nurture team. It's not that I don't like nurturing team, but nurturing too much of a team, managing 50, 80 people, I don't see myself doing that.
Okay.
Because at the point when my business hit 10 people, more than 10 people, I hired more than 10 people, I started to lose touch.
Okay.
And I really loved the time when Productivity Boy was just 6 people and we had the best time of our lives.
Okay.
I know each and every single one of them personally. We talk every day.
Yeah.
I think those are some of the best moments of my life.
All right.
But when it hit more than 10, our max at the time was 18 people at my team and 20 clients.
Yeah.
I felt out of touch.
All right.
So with that said, that is one of the personal reasons on why I quit agency.
Okay.
And the other reason was because of the scalability aspect of it. When we want to onboard more clients, when we want to make more revenue, we simply need to up the cost, operation, stuff like that. And I feel like the profit margin, as you mentioned, right? It goes up. The difference is not that significant when we think about it like that.
Yeah.
So that part of the business I don't really quite like. But to address the scalability part, I really believe that it's just basically cocok-cocokan.
Yeah.
What's that in English?
It's
Preference.
just preference.
It's just basically preference, right? Some people want to scale their business. But if we are okay with not scaling our business, that's also okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to scale your business.
Yeah. I think every entrepreneur they should learn to make 3 clean choices before they jump in. Are you in for a highly sustainable business? That means you're going to have limited profits, but you will stay alive for long enough.
Time.
And it depends on the industry that you pick in. Or you want to focus on highly profitable business, but you will go in the zone of changing according to trends, mostly in the trading industry and everything. Or you want to build a highly scalable business. That means you're going towards the tech industry, medical industry, using technology, because technology is the only way to scale up.
Yeah.
And then you have to go through not the organic way, not the bootstrap way, but you will have to grow with venture capitals, private equities, and so on and so on. So every entrepreneur should realize what is their DNA. And I think you just came to realize that you are a person who prefers to do business on a lean manner.
Right.
Yeah. And that's amazing. That's an amazing discovery. Congratulations to you.
Thank you for that.
Now that you have stepped into the international waters, what hits you first? Cultural shock or content shock?
I would say limiting belief shock. I would say
Limiting belief. There is no shock in it.
limiting belief shock. I don't know how to answer this, but I believe everything is achievable, you know.
Okay.
The hardest part in taking the leap is taking the leap.
Yeah.
The
The
hard-
hardest part in taking, let me repeat that.
Yeah.
The hardest part in taking the leap is actually taking the leap.
Right. If you want to jump to a swimming pool, just jump.
Yeah.
Because the hardest part is that thinking, oh, if I jump, what will happen? If I jump, what, you know,
Yeah.
this, that will happen. Just jump, you know.
Jump to the ocean.
Just jump to the ocean.
Yeah.
But make sure you can swim. Because if you cannot swim, you will end up being able to swim at the end of the day.
That's the positive outcome.
That's a positive outcome. But we need to be ready for everything. You know?
Yeah.
Life will eat us up anyways.
Yeah.
So I'd rather die trying than be alive regretting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I always thought. Because if you say about content shock, I consume more international content than local
Exactly,
content, to
yeah.
be honest. And I consume more international education than local education, to be honest. It's not that I'm proud of it, it's just preference.
Yeah.
And about
Preference.
culture shock, I consume international culture as well,
Yeah.
more than Indonesian culture. Reason being is that
You can adapt basically.
Reason being is that I'm so sorry to say this, but I really suck at Indonesian history, to be honest, or Indonesian geography. If you ask me which one is Sumatra, Sulawesi, I don't even know, man. I swear.
Yeah.
Reason being is that I grew up in an international school. They don't teach that at the school, you know.
Yeah.
So I am the one to blame, but the other part that needs to be blamed is the curriculum because they don't insert that right back then. So
After all, it's international,
Yeah,
so they teach you countries. They don't
Yeah.
teach you. They don't teach you islands.
right. We think big. We're big thinkers, bro.
True. If moving abroad was a software update, what version are you on right now? And what bugs did you fix? You want to pass or you want to answer?
I want to answer.
All right, nice.
It's just that I'm the type of person that I will take as much time to
Sure,
think
take your time.
rather than spewing nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If moving abroad was a software,
Update. What version are you on right now? And what bugs did you fix?
I think I've repeated this a lot of times in this session to a point where you might want to cut this, but it's basically the high frequency and limiting beliefs.
I think the limiting belief is the most preferable answer.
Right.
That's the bug that you fix.
Yeah, that's the bug that I fixed.
Yeah.
How did I fix that? Maybe that's the
Yes.
that's the
next big question.
right. How did I fix that?
Yeah.
Back again, internal and external factors, right? Internal factors is the things that I maintain myself, my discipline, my routines, my state of mind, my state of heart. Through what? I've discussed it with you earlier with my routines and stuff like that. But the external ones is that, let me share you a story. Before this podcast started, I always told you that going big in the info business is very, very possible. And it's really possible to go big going solo.
Yeah.
It's very easy for us to become a solopreneur right now and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I realized lately that, hey, I think I'm more of a person that will thrive if I go together with people.
Okay.
The reason why I'm able to be here right now is because of my team. It's because of my parents, my family. It's because of my significant other too. And when we have these people with us, when they pray for us every day, literally pray for us every day, I'm sure my name is in their prayers. Yeah. My mom and dad wants me to succeed. My team wants me to succeed so that their salary is safe. You know what I mean? Yeah. Their job security is safe. Of course, they want me to succeed because they have a family to feed as well. Yeah. My significant other, of course, as well. Yeah. When I have these people, you know.
You mean your love of your life?
Yeah. Yeah, the love of my life, basically. My future wife, basically. Yeah. When I have people like this, when I have my parents, when I have my team, when I have my future wife, and when I have my spiritual mentors and guides, how can I lose?
Yeah.
How can I lose? Because with them, as long as I have them, even if I lose, I win. I win, man.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Bro, coming back to your expertise, that you are going on international market coaching. What do you actually do? Do you help people grow their personal brands? Do you actually help companies?
Right.
What do you actually do specifically
Right.
to help others?
Right. So basically, my ideal customer profile is founders and coaches.
Okay.
To be specific. And
Yeah.
what type of founders? It's basically info-based founders or service-based founders. So if you have an info product or service-based business,
Yeah.
that's who I work with. So
Okay.
it's not people who have brands that they scale like an e-com and stuff like no. So
Okay.
it's basically either service or info. So I help those type of founders and coaches to build a system where they can grow their personal brand and turn that into an asset where they convert it into revenue, basically,
Okay.
without burning out. So there's the
Okay.
productivity aspect and there's the revenue generating aspect.
Okay.
That's what I help coaches with.
All right. And is there any case studies that you can share maybe that that touched you,
Right.
that you are really, really proud of?
Right. To be honest, there's too much that I can
Just
think
pick
of.
one.
Yeah,
Pick
yeah.
one.
But if you want a clearer picture, you
Yeah.
guys can take a look at my profile because I pinned it on my highlights.
Yeah.
So everything you can see there.
Yeah.
But there's three main case studies, I'd say.
Yeah.
But let me just summarize it into like a few liners
Yeah.
for each of them. One is someone slightly older than me. She has a big dreams. The first time she came to me, she has an account. She was an ex media entertainer. So she used to be very active on national television.
Okay.
So that's how she got a lot of followers in her old account. But she wanted to start a new account, which is a more of an where her role was more of an educator. So she wanted to educate people financially.
Okay. So it's a new identity.
It's a new identity. She created that. She went from 0 to hundreds. With me at the time, she went to 100,000 followers. Now she's almost 300,000 followers. I think it's 250 now, 250K followers now. She makes 5 figures every month now, USD. And she built a team of 10 people.
Okay.
When she was with me, it was only her and 2 freelancers. Now she built a 10-person team.
Wow. And that happened in a span of time of?
She was with me for 3 months ish.
Oh,
And
nice.
now we've maintained our relationship for more than 2 years.
Wow.
Number one. Number two was I think this is one of my most popular case study. So this person basically teaches people how to do proper parenting.
Okay.
With her own method. So we collaborated over the span of 6 months. She grew from 500 followers, 500 perak, 500 followers to 600,000 plus followers. And she was invited to a lot of companies to speak, to a lot of events to speak. So at the current moment, she's one of the thought leaders in the space, of the parenting space.
Okay.
So she holds a lot of workshops. She educates people a lot. So basically, she's one of the top key opinion leader in the space now.
Yeah. What's her name?
Her at username is @parentingworker.
Okay.
Right,
Nice.
right. And the last one, this person created a national buzz.
Oh yeah. I think I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she went from 15,000 followers to 2 million followers in just 7 days.
Okay.
She made 5 figures from that.
Yeah.
Tell me anyone who can beat that record in Indonesia.
Wow. But that the last one, I think it's a combination of the right timing, right momentum. Yeah. It was just a perfect flow of the universe. Amazing. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud.
Thank you.
Bro, was your decision to go global more about chasing growth or escaping repetition? Let's just be raw and honest.
It's about coming back to myself.
Awesome.
I've always felt that I'm meant for more. It's not that Indonesia is not enough. But I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but do you know like these things called patse, human design, astrology, power of number, numerology, those kind of things?
Yeah.
It's weird because fate brought me to meet like these kind of people. So my friends are now like these kind of practitioners. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Superstitious thing works well in countries like Indonesia.
So they read mine, and it showed that I'm gonna grow more, health, wealth, and relationship wise if I do things abroad, if I do business abroad as well. So
Okay.
I've always felt like I also belong not only in Indonesia but also abroad. So it's basically about coming back home to myself.
Okay, next time you need to discuss about astrology, come to me. It's okay.
Okay, I will go to.
I'm into that as well, but
Alright.
but I don't use that as a prediction.
Right.
I use that as a big data because all this superstitious kind of predictive whatever they say, I called it a statistic of human behavior. That's
right.
it. So it's not something that you need to believe in, but it's something good to consider.
I see it as perspective.
Yep.
I don't use it to make big decisions, but it's just another perspective that I can look at from.
Okay, just for the sake of curiosity, we are entering into the death of digital product.
Right.
Do you kind of agree that globally or locally, I think the digital products massively are around MMO, make money online.
Right.
Nothing else goes beyond that. I mean, everybody is chasing how to make money quick. And were you in the era where selling PDFs
Right.
could make someone millionaire? Were you in that era?
Yeah.
Do you still believe in that?
No, I really don't believe in that at all.
Okay.
To be honest, there's a lot of reasons. I'm gonna talk about the landscape first, and I'm gonna go into the details on the mechanism on how people leverage that momentum to make a lot of money and how I think it's not sustainable. So first of all, the landscape. When we talk about digital products, I really agree with your statement that a digital product is dead, because I talked about that a lot in my social media as well. But I need to further clarify that statement because it doesn't end there. The digital products that are dead is basically the low ticket digital products.
Okay.
So if you only sell low ticket digital products, you're gonna die.
Okay.
Especially if you only sell one low ticket digital products,
Yeah.
you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not the info industry that's dead. No, info is thriving.
Yeah.
It's gonna reach its all-time high in 2030.
Yeah.
If you want to jump into info, this is the right moment.
Yeah.
And this is actually how we know if someone is a really good, I would say, digital entrepreneur or not. They will mention it info products. If they say digital product digital,
Yeah.
you know this guy sucks.
Okay.
But if this guy mentions info,
Yeah.
oh, this guy's legit. Because that's the language we use abroad.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how to basically identify
Information,
someone.
yeah.
So we're basically infopreneurs, right?
Yeah.
So info is not dead. Low ticket digital products are dead, especially the ones with no recurring revenue.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why outside, abroad, community-based info is very popular.
When you say abroad, you mean globally.
Globally,
Yeah.
right? Globally. Community-based info is very popular.
Yeah.
So you go into a community, you pay monthly subscription to that. And now it transitions to yearly subscriptions because they see that churn rate is very high.
Yeah.
Things like that. So
Yeah.
the reason being why I said that low-ticket info product is dead, especially the ones that only sell once, because info isn't like other consumables.
Yeah.
For example, if I have this shirt, if I buy 7 of these, it's not weird because I can wear the seven different pieces 7 different times.
Yeah.
I can use that.
Yeah.
But nobody would buy a book
Yeah.
or an ebook or an online course, the same one twice.
Yes.
Doesn't make sense.
Yes.
So you only sell once to one person.
Yeah.
Meaning if you only have one product and you sold it to one person, that person is no longer your market. There's no lifetime value there.
Yeah.
And when you sell more and more and more and more, the market is going to get saturated by what? By your own product.
Yeah.
And when that happens, the customer acquisition cost, the CAC rises.
Yes.
And the LTV is non-existent because you only have one product.
Yep.
So how to go around that?
Yeah.
I really think that there's 2 ways on how we can go around with it. Either you expand horizontally or you expand vertically.
Okay.
Expand horizontally meaning, for example, you have one book.
Yeah.
You can create another 4 version of book.
Yeah.
This book, you talked about reframing.
Yeah.
Udah gini aja book. Okay.
Yeah.
How you can reframe your mind, rewire your brain using NLP, stuff like that. The next book, you can talk about sales.
Yeah.
The next book, you can talk about leadership.
Yeah.
Right? Same product, but different line. Same line, but different products.
Yeah.
So you can cross-sell everything. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other way is expand vertically.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You have a low-ticket product, but make sure you have a high-ticket product too.
Yeah.
So that the low-ticket product is basically a self-liquidating offer,
Yep.
where you use this profit to circle back to your brand,
Yeah.
and it's gonna funnel into your actual product.
Yeah.
Because the money is in the back end. That's what I believe. So that's the reason why I said a digital product is dead. But specifically, low ticket digital product is dead.
Okay.
And I want to cover a bit about the thing you mentioned, right? The reason why I said, speaking about PDFs and ebooks, I really don't support it's not that I don't support, it's just that I feel like it's not sustainable. That's the reason I said I don't support. I really don't support faceless info products.
Okay.
Faceless info products. Why do you buy a book? 2 reasons. Because of the info, because of the person.
The author,
The author.
Yeah.
But if you take a look at the deeper reason, if you research it, you do research. Why do you buy this book? Because of the author. Why do you watch Big Thinkers? Because probably someone found Big Thinkers through their favorite content creator, through their favorite entrepreneur. That's how they know. You do a collab post. Hey, this guy is on Big Thinkers. Let me check Big Thinkers. Hey, there's a lot of other entrepreneurs, turns out, in Big Thinkers that are great as well. Okay, now I'm a fan of Big Thinkers. You know what I mean? So it's because of the person. It's because of the identity. It's because of the brand. Not the product. It's always because of the brand. But if you have a faceless brand,
there is no authenticity.
There is no authenticity. Yes, you can make it beautiful, but it stays there. Why? Because the soul is not there. And how you have soul is through personal. It's through persona, which is you. You need to be there.
Wow.
So that's the reason why I feel like, hey, these faceless affiliates, these PDFs, these ebooks.
Yeah, they can go into the other side of the direction, which is called scam. But at the same time, looking at that, maybe they are addressing a problem of people who have lack of self-confidence.
Right.
People who have
True.
highly introverted habits or characters, where they don't want to appear in front of cameras. But talking about faceless, I have this funny assumption about the future, where do you think that the media or the social media will be filled with real humans, or it's going to be filled with AI avatars?
It's going to be filled with AI influencers.
Yes. And how's that? I mean, how is that valid in the near future when there will be a replicate of Rama talking on Instagram separately, talking on TikTok separately,
Right.
on 2 different topics, basically.
Right.
You can leverage yourself in different platforms.
Right. So it's always a loop, Sunil, in my opinion. So we are currently in an era where we are moving towards AI adaptation.
Okay.
So the people who can use AI now, they win.
Okay.
But when it's an era where AI booms and everybody can use AI, it's not about who can use AI the best, but it is about who can stay human the best.
Okay.
So I think it's just a loop. It's gonna go up, it's gonna go down and back to the starting point. So I think it's just about radical adaptation.
Okay, so it's just like when we talk about the industry of automobile, for example. Today they are going into electric cars. They're saying that it's saving emissions, green cars and everything. And then eventually there will be time that mechanical cars have higher value, higher sustainable rate than electronic cars.
Same goes for, cameras. When it was back then, like cameras that sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can't even take proper pictures.
Yeah.
The images aren't clear.
Yeah.
We hate that. It's very blurry. You know what I mean? It's very vintage. I don't like this. I want a crisp, crystal clear picture.
Yeah.
We can have that now. We have 10-bit cameras now.
Yeah.
But when now is an era of the 8-bit, the 10-bit camera, you have a mirrorless, you have a DSLR. It takes really good crystal clear picture.
Yes.
Everybody goes to the thrift shop to get the old cameras, you know what I mean?
Yes.
They want a vintage vibe. Hey, this is vibe, this is vibe.
Yeah.
It's just basically that. Humans are weird, man.
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know. What's wrong with us, yo?
We just want everything.
Yeah, we just want everything. Whatever, right?
We just want everything.
Right.
That's the whole point.
Right.
Would you say the digital product scene in Indonesia died from overselling or under-delivering?
Oh. This one is a good one. One of the best questions from today, I'd say. I'd say from both, Sunil. From both. But if you ask me to pick one, I think it's under-delivering.
Under-delivering.
Because the reason is, when you deliver a lot, I believe you will sell a lot. So it's not a problem of selling. It's a problem of under-delivering. The reason being is that with these faceless AI models, right? By the way, with circling back to the faceless theme, I believe that you can make a lot of money from that, but you cannot sustain. So that's my point. You can make a lot of money in the first 3 months, but afterwards you're gonna go back to ground zero. So depends.
It's just a temporary.
Depends. Do you want to build that type of business or not? If yes, I mean, like, your choice, but it doesn't work for me simply. Okay, now back to the question, right? The thing that makes the industry, especially in the local industry, this also works in the international industry, to be honest, because a big name is pushing, just bought a platform and is pushing faceless content now. It's making challenges to make like faceless personal brands now, which I totally don't vibe with. But it's also happening in Indonesia. So the thing is that since it's faceless, there is no responsibility. They don't know who you are. If you want to put shit content, just put shit content. Pay me, I give you shit content. Thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is no accountability. There's no responsibility there. If it's your face there, you will make sure it's good. Why? Because it's your reputation.
Yep.
It's your name on the line.
Yeah.
But because everybody's hiding behind a mask, we are in a scarce. Gimana yang ngomong ya? We are in an era where goodwill is at all-time low.
Okay.
And where trust is at all-time low.
Yep.
And that's what destroys the industry. Reason being is that when someone purchases a digital product for the first time, and if they happen to stumble upon those digital products and they buy from that digital products, they will label digital product. It's not good. It's not good. Sampah digital product. It's just like your first ever girlfriend or your first ever boyfriend. When you get a shitty boyfriend or girlfriend, you label, oh, all girls are like that, all boys are like, it's the same.
Yeah.
You buy a first.
You
generalize things. So I think that's where the poison is blooming the most.
So digital product didn't die. Lazy execution did.
Yes.
If we frame it as a breakup,
Right, okay.
Indonesia and digital products.
Right.
Who ghosted who first?
It's hard, but I think Indonesia. Because I mean, like, just to be blatantly honest with you, the economical condition here, the geopolitical condition here,
and the reading literacy is also all-time low.
That's my point. Indonesians are dumb, to be blatantly honest with you.
Yeah.
You sell info, you sell education. They cannot even think far enough that this is important for you, you know?
Yeah, because they don't know it yet.
They don't know it yet that it's important.
Yeah.
And that is why a lot of my friends who are selling info in Indo, they're experiencing like 30 to 40% revenue decrease lately.
Yeah.
Because they're relying on low ticket. And that's really messed up, you know what I mean?
Nice. What's one underrated digital product format that still has real potential? Something people aren't paying attention to yet.
That's what I'm doing. And if you want to know, click the link in the bio. No. I'm a firm believer of high ticket coaching. So that's what I've been doing. And as per as my knowledge, it's either I'm the one who doesn't do my research as deep as I could, or people are not doing it well enough so they cannot surface to the surface. But as far as I know, even people in my niche, no one charges as premium as me.
Okay.
Yes, they make workshops, they make boot camps, but it's probably only like 2 million, 5 million, 10 million rupiah. When we put it to USD, it's like a chump, you know, a chump of change, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe like 500 to 700 USD per person. But the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
And we are the sky.
Yeah.
So high ticket coaching can go beyond that. And that's what I've been doing. And that's where I've been getting a lot of results at. And that's where my clients are going as well.
Yeah. And it doesn't come with just good talks. It comes with deep research. It comes with competence. It comes with consistency.
Competence and conviction. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. And I believe in that too. What's one mistake new creators keep repeating when launching their first product?
Right. This is very important. I think this is going to be one of the highlights of this episode. People mistake personal branding. What most people do, especially in Indonesia, but also abroad, internationally, they don't do personal branding. They do personal awareness.
Okay.
They do
Later on, you
personal
can
awareness.
elaborate what's
Yes.
the difference here.
They do personal awareness. Reason being is that it's because they only chase for virality.
Okay.
They're just giving awareness. I'm here. I exist.
Okay.
But you're not branding yourself. Have you ever seen someone with their page, first post, second post, third post, up until the 12th post, everything is different.
Yeah.
The font is different, the color is different, the tonality is different, how they dress is different. That's not personal brand. You have no brand.
Yeah.
There's no soul infused to your page. They're just doing personal awareness.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. I exist.
Yeah.
Personal branding is not about existing. It's about making a statement.
Okay.
It's about pulling people. It's not pushing people. Personal awareness is about pushing people, right?
Yeah.
I have this. See me, right? No. Personal branding is a lot more subtle and elegant and exquisite. This is me. You come to me. If you don't want to come to me, fine.
So are you trying to tell me that personal branding is not loud, but it's firm?
Oh, yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah. Good point. Because a lot of a lot of course sellers here, I wouldn't say coaches because we're different. A lot of people who make product digital or digital products, right, out here, they teach people how to go viral. That's good. But let's not stop there. Because if you stop there, it's vanity metric, to be honest.
Okay.
You got the views, you got the followers, but if you don't know how to leverage that, followers is power. You have this power. It's either you use it or you don't use it. But if you don't use it, you're gonna misuse this power. You know what I mean?
But do you really think that in today's era, followers matters? Because in my personal opinion, after going through certain research, the era is shifting from followers to viewers.
That's true. But what if I say viewers don't matter too?
That is right. That is right. What matters is your customers.
What matters is the people who engage with us, which
Yeah.
are the qualified leads, and the people who
Yeah.
buy with us, our clients, our customers. You are exactly true.
Yeah.
If you take a look on my posts, my views are at my all-time low.
Yeah.
But right now, we're pacing to an all-time high revenue.
Yeah. So
Why? Because that is
views
intentional.
and revenue is not linear.
It's not linear.
Yes.
Matter of fact, but let me clarify. It depends on the industry.
Yeah.
In my industry, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Don't mistake it for other industries. If you're doing e-com or stuff like that, it's different, right?
Yeah.
So let's not generalize things.
Yeah.
But for service-based businesses, for info businesses, we can approach it this way.
Okay.
Because when the views are extremely less, it's either two things. You're intentional with it, meaning you're really good at creating specific content, because we're talking about middle and bottom funnel, not the
Yeah.
top funnel.
Yeah.
Or second option, you really suck at making content,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So be the first one, not the second one.
Yeah. Okay. And is making content, is it for everyone or it's not for everyone? See, I'm going to ask you this question because there is this buzzwords that say entrepreneurship is for everyone, leadership is for everyone. But here's what I say. It is designed for everyone, but not everyone can be a great leader. Not everyone can be a great entrepreneur.
Right.
Same thing in terms of
Right.
content creator. Is it similar or it's different?
It's totally similar. I always tell this in a lot of my contents as well. Content creation, personal branding is not for everyone. Reason being is that some people out there, they are better with their mouth shut. Just shut up, don't say nonsense. They're just adding noise,
Yeah.
It's already too much noise and you're adding noise, like what the heck?
Okay.
Some people are just better with their mouths shut.
Okay.
What do I mean by some people in this case? People with no value. The reason why I named my company Value Creator is because we put value over everything. That's our motto.
Okay.
Value over everything. Because in business, in life, it's about value creation and value delivery. Correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. You create value, you deliver the value. In exchange, you get something in return. Health, wealth, or relationship, right?
Yeah.
If you don't get wealth, you get a relationship. If you don't get a relationship, you get wealth.
Yeah.
If you don't get both, you get health, peace of mind.
Yeah.
That can turn into good body, stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's about value creation and value delivery. But sometimes people get the order wrong.
Yeah.
they put priority about other things,
Yeah.
not value. And that's where things go sideways, in my opinion.
So personal branding is different than personal awareness.
Yes. People mix those two up together.
Correct. Awesome. We are talking about post-digital and pre-enlightenment. You talk a lot about systems and habits.
Right.
I'm gonna jump into your WebSA
Okay.
framework.
Right.
Maybe you can share a little bit.
Right. So VEPSA model, right? So VEPSA model is a model that we refined like twice because the original the name wasn't VEPSA, but we refined it twice to make it the newest model as of now. So currently I'm reworking my modules to translate it to English because at first it was in Indonesian. So we're currently working on that right now to serve more clients, more premium clients. But VEPSA originally came from, so basically VEPSA came from a tragedy, right?
Okay.
So I like playing badminton back then. Now, not really, not that much, just go to the gym. So there was this time where I have my regular badminton schedule at 6 a.m. in the morning. So I wake up at 5. So I got an email from Facebook because I was running ads back then to like review certain actions, or otherwise my ad account is going to be blocked. I inserted my email, I inserted my password. After I inserted, the page didn't redirect. So it stayed there.
Oh yeah,
was like-
it's called
Phishing.
phishing.
Yeah. It didn't redirect. I was like, what the heck is happening? And I went back to the email. It didn't came from no reply Facebook. It came from a weird Gmail. I was like, shit, I got hacked.
Yeah.
So what happened was I ended up like changing the password immediately, like or readjusting the 2-factor authentication and stuff like that. But long story short, I'm on. Long story short, I was safe.
Okay.
But I imagine like at the afternoon, I was sitting at Kopi Kenangan, bro, literally, bro, in Kelapa Gading. I was like, shit, what if my account got hacked? What I worried about wasn't the loss of followers, wasn't the loss of potential and hard work. No, because I believe if I were to growth hack another account, I can do it fast.
Yeah.
I believe that happened with Value Creator, right?
Yeah.
I believe I can do that. But what I'm afraid of is that what if they use my account to do something stupid,
Yeah.
to do something bad, and people get bluffed because they thought it was me.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people lately in Indonesia, they got hacked and they were selling iPhones. Have you ever seen like that? That scam lately. Yeah. So basically that. So I thought myself when I was sitting at a coffee shop, if this actually literally happened, what am I gonna do to kickstart again, to get everything back in the quickest time possible?
Yeah.
That's how VEPSA came alive. So it's an acronym. VEPSA is basically an acronym that stands for visioning, expanding, building, selling, and automating.
Okay.
So visioning, before we do anything, we need to have clear self-awareness. Where do we want to go? Because if we want to make content and build personal branding for growth, if followers is our main metric, it's going to be different rather than monetization, right? Because if we want to monetize, we're going to put out content that is bottom of funnel and middle of funnel.
Yeah.
But if you want to grow followers, we're always going to play in the top of funnel route.
Yeah.
Right? So making the content, what type of content is different? In fact, if you want to go from 0 to 100,000 followers, from 0 to 1 million followers, or from 0 to even 10,000 followers, the route is different.
Yeah.
If you want to go from 0 to 10K, 0 to 100K per month, USD, the route is different as well.
Yeah.
The type of business model is different as well.
Yeah.
The type of pain and suffering is different as well. So we need to know, where do we want to go?
Yeah.
Because it's useless if you have a key to a Ferrari,
Yeah.
but you don't know where do you want to go.
Yeah.
You're just going to end up emptying the gas,
Yeah.
That's visioning. The second one is expanding.
Yeah.
I really resonate with your statement that followers don't matter, but views matter. Yes. That is the reason why I named it expanding, not growing.
Yeah.
Because it's better for us to have 1,000 followers, but 100,000 viewers, not the other way around. We have 100,000 followers, but 1,000 viewers. What for?
Yeah.
We don't reach the people that we want to reach.
Yep.
So it's about creating content that gets seen, basically. And building, it's building your product. In my case, it's info. It's either your high-ticket coach, your high-ticket offer, your low-ticket offer, or everything else in between. We build the value ladder together. And then there's selling and automating. This is the phase that we combine. So it's about building funnels, building systems, building automations on how to make sure that when we want to run the funnel, everything flows perfectly. The customer journey is good. The onboarding is good. The iteration loop is good. So that we have feedback, we have data to use that to circle it back to the expanding process. So that's VEPSA basically.
Wow. that's an amazing framework. And so far, this framework has been proven in your clients.
Yes, by those highlights that I've mentioned earlier.
And
so.
minimum time to see the result is 90 days.
Minimum 90 days, or worst case, 120 days.
What's the one belief about productivity that you used to preach and now you totally roast yourself for?
Time management. Time management. Time management without focus management is bullshit. Because we have this hierarchy, right? I put time management below. Second is energy management. The top is focus management. Let's say you manage your time really well. You have a free time for 4 hours today. But the thing is, what are you going to do in the 4 hours? After time management is energy management first. For example, you have 4 hours. But what if you are sick? You cannot use your time as well, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe you are sleepy. You cannot, you don't have the energy
or
to...
lethargic,
Yeah.
lethargic, feeling mood,
Right.
mood is not so...
You don't have the energy to nikmatin, to enjoy your time.
Yeah.
But let's say you have the time, you have the energy, but you don't have the focus. You are not present at this moment.
Yeah.
You're still not going to enjoy.
When you say focus, is it prioritizing?
It's about being here right now, knowing what to do and doing that.
Okay. If we zoom out 5 years from now, what's your next evolution? Creator, educator, builder, or just a chill guy who figured out how to not over-optimize life?
A chill guy who figured out how to not optimize life. Maybe I'd like to leave it like this, Sunil. Reason being is that I always question myself, what do I want to do after I have financial freedom? Because this is a concept that everybody gets fucked up with. They fuck themselves up with not knowing the answer to this question. Every youngsters, especially in Indonesia, abroad too, internationally too, they want to have financial freedom. Okay, what's your goal? I want to have financial freedom. But when I ask them, okay, so what's your freedom number? They don't know.
What's your number? Yeah, they don't know.
What's your freedom number? And then they think. And then they spew nonsense, right? I know they're just ballparking. I know they're just giving some random numbers in their in their mind that's quite high in their opinion. I was like, okay, for
Like
example,
sky is the limit.
yeah. And I was like, okay, if I give that, for example, 100 million rupiah, 100 billion, 100 M,
Yeah.
100 billion rupiah.
So it's
okay.
like $10 million.
Yeah, 10 million. If I give you $10 million today, how are you going to finish it?
Yeah.
They get confused again. You know what I mean?
Or multiply it.
Yeah.
You finish it also, they don't know. Multiply
Yeah,
it.
the investment. I was like, the heck, man, right? So people get trapped
Yeah.
in their own delusion.
Yeah.
They get trapped in their own mind of not knowing where to go. So the question that I ask myself is that if I have enough money, because there is no... People get retirement wrong, right? Because I think
People get retirement wrong. I like that.
because I think you would agree with me, right? People say, okay, I'm gonna retire. I think there's no retirement. The only difference between retirement is that it's not as if we're gonna stop working, but it's we're gonna stop working for money. That's retirement for me. So I must still work, I must still do things. Otherwise, we're gonna be really lonely and our life is not gonna be filled with joy and we're gonna die of depression, right? Yeah. So there's no retirement in a case, okay, we're not gonna work. We're gonna work, but just not for money, but for something else that we, each of ourselves, need to figure out what that is. So the reason why I said chill guy who figured out life is because I always ask myself, what is it that I want to do when I have enough money? It's basically, I just want to meditate. I just want to read books. I just want to journal. I just want to spend time with my loved ones. And I just want to do as much good things as possible and do as less bad things as possible. That's it. So that's how I'm going to spend my life. If I reach that number at age 30, that's how I'm going to spend my life. It's not as if I'm not going to work.
Yeah, but that's your enough state.
That's my enough state. That's my preference. But
yes.
I might still work, but it's just that money isn't a priority. Doesn't mean that I am blocking my wealth path. You know what I mean? Yep. It's not, oh, okay, I don't want more money. No. I might still work, but it's just that I don't prioritize it as much as of now.
All right. So if I have to quick summarize this conversation, is that, guys, going global is not a big deal. Going global isn't about changing locations. It's about upgrading the conversations. If ideas can't travel, neither will your impact.
Nice.
Nice, huh?
Nice.
What are your top 3 productivity tools or apps you actually use daily, bro? which is one secretly stresses you out the most as well?
If I may be honest, I only use one for personal productivity, because for team productivity we use a lot, like Notion, like Slack, just the regular stuff, Google Calendar, Google Suites, and stuff like that. But for personal productivity, I use this app. So it's basically called Tick Tick.
Tick tick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's an all-in-one app. It's people can see my to-do list, right?
Yeah.
But basically, it's a to-do list. It's a habit
Yeah.
tracker, and
Yeah.
it's it has Eisenhower matrix too.
Yeah.
It has a focus tracker too, which I use a lot. Habit tracker again, and yeah. So everything in one. I use this, and I use this daily. Basically, it helps me organize my life.
What's one skill every future creator should master? Not to grow fast,
Right.
but to stay relevant.
Conviction.
Conviction.
Conviction is the most important skill. It's even more important than storytelling. It's even more important than sales. It's even more important than persuasion. Conviction comes from competence. When you're competent, you become convicted. And that is why in every single thing that I do it with conviction. I work with conviction. I pray with conviction. I live with conviction. And I love with conviction.
Yeah. Awesome. If your younger self met you today, what would he say? Wait, I'll give you an option.
All right.
Option A, bro, you made it. Option B, bro, you changed.
That's a nice one. I'd go with B. You changed for the better.
Yes, we evolve. We evolve. We grow. We grow. What's money to you?
Tool.
Is it freedom, fuel, or feedback?
Freedom.
Amazing. What's fame to you? Validation, vibration, or just a background noise?
Background noise.
What's the one lesson in your life that had slapped you into you before you finally got it?
Don't be too... one lesson in my life. Ini susah nih.
That slapped you and finally you got it. Okay, now I got it.
We are not enough. We think like... Yeah, I think I've mentioned this to you. Last time we met, I told you about this quote from Miyamoto Musashi, right? Think lightly of yourself, but deeply of the world. I used to always have this ideal thought that, hey, I can make it alone. I don't need to rely on anybody. But turns out their prayers matters a lot.
Yep.
When we pray alone, or when we pray with our loved ones, or where a lot of people pray for us, it hits different. So don't be alone.
Amazing. All right, guys, that was Rama Satya, proving once again that productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what actually moves you. We talk about the death of digital products, the rebirth of authenticity, and why sometimes the real update you need isn't your app, it's your mindset. So, see you in the next episode. Thank you, Rama.
Thank you.
For sharing amazing stories.
Thank you.